One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
This could be it. This could be it. This could be the turning point. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folding like a lawn chair. Throwing now is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Running left, Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, ready to kick it. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train? And now here's another interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with me.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Ja'Marr Chase
A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, it's Murray. That pass is caught by Hardy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Williams. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that 1st snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To the right side, this is Taylor. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here. It's good to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Ja'Marr Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And some space here. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are the mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Now Murray off play action. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Murray going to throw. Eluding. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now Murray's got to have this one. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up.
It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys already start to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going for it. It's Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it